Hi guys, I'm Angelo from Surface to Air Sports, and today I'm going to run you through a new elite range of kitesurf kites from Core Kiteboarding. So the GTS5, the piece de la resistance in the kiteboarding range from Core. This kite is 10 years in the making. It's exceptionally good. You think you're badass, this kite is badass. The GTS series, the number 5, this year's 2018 one, is very, very different from the Nexus. Don't get confused. The GTS5 has become a lot more hardcore from the GTS4 as well. So if you're unsure what kite to get, or you want to know the differences between the Nexus and the GTS5, that's what I'm here to help you with. The Nexus is a more all-round, forgiving kite. The GTS5 is not. So for example, if you can already do mega loops and you're already looking good and you're sticking these jumps 60, 70 to 90% of the time, the GTS5 suits you. If you're learning these new tricks and you're unsure, get something that's a little bit more forgiving for you. Go for something like the Nexus. It's a little bit more forgiving and easier to mess around with. Whereas the GTS5 can be unforgiving in the wrong hands, but at the same time, in the right hands, it can be very, very rewarding. So the GTS5, intermediate to advanced in all of these disciplines. Freestyle, you've got a couple of seasons underneath your belt, GTS5 will advance your freestyle. Wave riding, again, you've got a couple of seasons under your belt, the GTS5 will again advance your wave riding, and the same with your free riding. So if you're into really boosting high and stuff like that, the GTS5 is going to cope, and it's going to do you really, really well going down the line as you get better and better with this particular kite. But please remember, this is not a beginner kite. This is an intermediate to an advanced kitesurf kite. What makes this kite so good for the intermediate advanced rider? Well, let me run through a couple of them now, step by step, so you know exactly what you're going to get when you order a GTS5 from Surface to Air. Okay, so first up, settings. There's no way this kite can do all of these disciplines on one session without you fine-tuning the kite. But that's very, very easy with a Core kite. So, for example, underneath here, you have the setting. When it comes to stock as delivered, it's on all-round setting. But you can choose freestyle or wave. So you push it onto freestyle and you're a mega loop champ, you're ready to go. Get out there, kite loops, all your unhooked stuff, sorted. Then you put it onto wave, and what will happen then is the kite will literally give you more D-power and speed up the turning. But the arc will be a lot smaller in diameter. Whereas with the freestyle setting, the kite will have more low-end grunt, but the arc will be a lot bigger, which is better for your kite loops. Coupled with that, you fine-tune the bar pressure. So this will change the speed of the kite and the bar pressure from light to heavy. So you can know and understand that you're going to get the best feeling through that bar on any session, whether you're riding waves, you just want to boost big, or you're doing some unhooked freestyle mega loops. So the shape of the GTS5, it's called a future C shape. So it's not a full-on C, which obviously everyone knows you tend to lose a lot of money on resale, very limited in regards to the wind range. Future C is slightly open, creates a little bit more power, more lift, which is also good, but it gives you that unmistakable feel that you get out of the GTS Kite series of kite loops. It's a smooth, predictable power delivery that doesn't drop you out the sky. It drops you down gently after a huge power burst in the kite loop. This is EXO Tech. So basically what it actually does is it twists. So the more the kite twists, the faster it turns. The faster it turns, the more power it creates. So it promotes the twisting in the actual frame, but keeps it rock solid at the same time, so it's always predictable. The other bonus really of the EXO Tech, other than strength, is the fact that what you've got with EXO Tech is it enables the kite to keep its shape. So whether you're boosting big or you're unhooked in a mega kite loop, the kite is going to twist, but going to keep its shape, so it's going to be predictable all the way through the big arc. Another added feature of the free strut frame in the EXO Tech is it enables the kite to be lighter, which in turn promotes slackline. So when you come down from that handle pass or that big mega loop, you get a split second of slackline, which enables you to hook back in. So all your unhooked tricks some of the poorer kites out there, you don't get any slack line. So when you're finished and you go to hook back in, the kite's still got a huge amount of power and you can't physically get yourself back in, so you can't finish off the trick. But with the free strut design from the GTS5 and the EXO Tech, that enables you to give you that slack line, to give you that split second to get back into the harness after your trick. The GTS5 has these radical wingtips. They're squarish like a sea kite, but not completely square. And what that does, it enables the kite to have cat-like reflexes. So as you initiate a turn in the bar, it's an instant into the kite. If they was to go completely squared off, it would still be instant, but you'd lose wind range and relaunchability. So what they've done is they've made them squarish. So you've still got the relaunchability, you've still got the wind range, but you've still got that really fast response that you'd expect out of a kite with this kind of performance. The GTS5 also features EXO Tech. Now this is an ultra rigid Dacron. And basically what it does, it makes it super strong and taut. Never stretches in any way, shape or form. So your bladder's always in there. It's always keeping it taut, but it won't stretch. So it'll keep its same free strut frame design at any time. Super windy, gusty conditions or light wind, it's not going to change. And which in turn, that makes the kite predictable, easy to use and fast turning. So if you're learning those new tricks and you're sure that you want to land it, or you're unsure whether you are going to land it, it's not going to be the kite that lets you down, I can assure you of that. So with any full-on freestyle orientated kite like the GTS5, we need to have strength. These kites are put through their paces. The best riders in the world are smashing these kites from 20 to 30 meters up. So it needs to be strong and last the distance. So they have this. This is called Cortex. It's a triple ripstop canopy. Now to give you an idea, that's up to 3 times stronger than a lot of kites on the market today, which basically enables it to do 2 things. Non-stretch, which is also important, especially in really strong gusty conditions. If you do get a tear, because it's triple ripstop, it will limit the length of the tear to try and stop it almost immediately, which in turn reduce repair costs. And also, more importantly in all of that, you know that when this is sent through that mega loop, because it's not stretching, it's going to be predictable all the way through the loop, even when you come down to land. So it's not going to stall on you like a lot of kites do, especially when they stretch. Attention to detail on the GTS5 is exceptional. I mean, look at this. This is a cable tidy for your bridle. So basically, when you pack it away, you just put it in there, seal it up. You're never going to have tangled bridles. Not that really you ever would with this particular kite. The bridle was around about 20% shorter than previous years on the GTS. This basically, what this does is it enables the kite to be a lot more responsive from the bar. So whether you're with the Pro bar or the standard S2 bar, you know as soon as you send that bar into a left or right turn, the kite is instant. You can feel everything through this bar. It's not a problem at all. The kite is very, very responsive and you'll know where it is in the sky at all times. To GTS5, optimal PSI for the leading edge and the struts. 8 PSI is where Core recommend, and we tend to agree with that. Gives it a really solid frame, keeps its shape really well at 8 PSI. Now, the speed system here, so this is a speed valve too. So basically what this does is, this enables you to inflate the kite 3 times as faster than normal 9mm one-way valve that you'd normally get on some kites. Also, it's got 1 pump system. So as I pump this up, this free strut design is getting air into every strut, which in turn means the PSI is going to be the same in each and every strut, which in turn will help keep the kite as stable as possible when it's above your head. So it's not going to veer off to the left or to the right, because the right hand strut's got 8 PSI and the left hand strut's got 6 PSI or something silly like that. It's an even distribution of air throughout the whole leading edge of the kite. He's also going to go to certain spots where there's not many riders, so he's probably going to have to self-launch or self-land. So Core have obviously thought about this. These parts here, these are hard-wearing, abrasive-proof areas of the kite. So as you self-launch and self-land the kite and it's getting dragged on a shingle beach or a stony beach, you know that the kite's got as much protection as it can do without interfering with the flight characteristics of the actual kite itself. So it's super strong. Full orientated freestyle kite for an intermediate advanced rider. Relaunch is a massively key factor. It has to be good. If relaunch is not good, forget it. You've got no confidence in your kite, no confidence to try the new trick. it's just not going to happen. You're not going to progress. So relaunch is really, really important. And the relaunch on a GTS5 is exceptional. Hence why we go back to the squarish tips. It's not completely square. And what it does is it enables it to roll onto a tip very easily, which in turn makes the relaunch a lot easier. So with the Kite, you drop it, it's leading edge down, it will literally drift to the edge of the window, you just turn hard on the bar and it will go up into that C shape, ready to relaunch, so you can get back on the water, trying that gnarly trick again, and probably failing again and again until you get it right, knowing that every single time this Kite is going to get back up into the sky on your command. Who's it for? What type of rider? Well, it's for the freestyle type of rider that's into his unhook tricks, mega looping, kite looping, really freestyle orientated. It's not for the beginner. If a beginner's looking for a cool kite, then we tell them to head towards the Nexus if they want freestyle orientated, or if they want free ride, then go for the XR5. But as regards to the GTS5, it's more intermediate to advanced. So if you're the type of guy that's busting out some good kite loops, loving unhook tricks, into mega loops or learning mega loops, then this is the Kite for you. It's built well, it relaunches well, it's super stable in the sky, it turns perfectly with power all the way through the loop and gives you slack line when you need it most. Believe me, this is without a shadow of a doubt the best freestyle kite on the market today. Thanks for watching the video. My name's Angelo from Surface to Air Sports. Please hit the like button if you liked our video. If you've got any questions or comments, please add them below. We do monitor them and we will answer them as well. You can give us a ring in store or go on our website, s2as.com, where we'll happily run you through this kite if you need to, or even get you a demo so you can try it for yourself to make sure that the GTS5 is the kite for you. Thanks very much for watching.